Have you ever wondered why two people can be deeply in love with themselves, have a beautiful wedding, but have great and amazing chemistry? A few years down the line, you realize that the love starts to fade, or they're no longer interested, or they're disconnected from each other. Or why some couples may have just little money or little luxury, but few years down the line, they are still deeply in love with themselves, deeply connected years down the line or decades after. This is what I've realized. Marriage is not sustained by love alone. And love in this context, I mean feelings. Yes, because feelings can change, emotions can fluctuate. So, in this video, I'm going to be sharing three foundational principles that I believe make marriages work. So, whether you're a single person who wants to get married soon, or you're already in the marriage and you're just looking for ways to fortify your marriage or to make your marriage work, then you should see this video today. Hello everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your first time coming across my video, you're welcome. My name is Grace and you're welcome to Love with Grace. On this space I talk about faith, purpose, relationships, lifestyle, every awesome content that gets to inspire you and ensure that you live God's ultimate purpose for your life. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to join the family. You're welcome, and please share the link with someone you know that is getting married soon, or someone that is single, or even a married person. Yes. So I'm just going to be sharing three. I know there are a lot of principles that govern marriage or make marriage work, but I'm just going to be sharing three foundational principles I believe would make your marriage work. Number one is shared values, shared beliefs, and vision. Why a lot of people may ask, or especially singles, I probably asked that question when I was single as well. Like, what do you look out for in a man or in a woman before you say yes? Why some people say, oh, you're looking for tall, dark, and handsome. They're looking for someone who is well to do. You're looking for someone who is settled already. Many people actually ignore the more deeper values or more deeper things that they need to look out for in a future partner. And I'm talking values, talking about beliefs, talking about vision. So, meaning that you can't just say you want to marry someone and that person does not share the same value as you do, does not share the same belief system with you, does not even have the vision. Or maybe the person even has a vision, but the vision is not aligning with yours. Imagine someone who says, oh, I value family a lot, and you are saying my career comes first. You obviously know that that cannot work, but people underestimate these things, or they don't put so much attention to it because, oh, they're in love with this person and they think love is enough or love conquers all. And in this text or in this context, they're talking about their feelings, their emotions, and butterflies everywhere, and they ignore the more important things, the more deeper things, like what does this person value, what does this person believe in, what is their vision, where are they headed to? And you want to check, do I see myself also where they are headed to, or do we share the same values, do we share the same belief system? These are things that you look for. So when two people have shared values, shared beliefs, shared vision, it makes it even a lot easier. There will be less of misunderstanding or conflict, especially when it comes to making choices, decisions, and all of that. And why there are still limits to this, there are some limitations also. Like you obviously have shared vision, you have shared goals or shared values and belief system. You still have limitations as well, and that brings me to point number two: choosing your partner or love as commitment. Either ways, yes. One of the biggest myths that I've heard about marriage is if the love is real, everything will be fine. And I personally don't think that is true or entirely true, because what of days that you're not there emotionally? What of days that you don't feel mushy mushy? What of days that you don't feel romantic? What of days that you just want to be by yourself alone, or you just don't feel like it? You don't feel the bubbles, you don't feel the butterflies. What happens to those days? So love, talking about the feelings or affections will not be enough, and then it then takes you to further to being committed to that person, choosing that person, that I choose you not because you're perfect. You're not trying to turn a blind eye to the person's flaws or the person's imperfections or the person's shortcomings. You are just choosing this person because you decided that you want to go on this journey with this person. So you're committed to choosing them every day and say, I am committed to your growth. I want to grow with you, or I want to see you grow. It's just like saying, oh, every single day, if you work 9 to 5, there are days that you don't feel like standing up from your bed. I actually don't. There are days that I just feel like I just want to stay in bed this morning, but you have to go to work. You are committed to that work, so you have to get up. I think the same principle should apply in marriage. When you see this as a commitment, days that you don't feel like it, you will get up and show for your partner, whether it is regarding their growth, whether it is in showing love, care, and support. You would show it to them in your commitment. That is what true love actually means. But even commitment has limits too. I mean, two committed people can also disagree on matters, on issues. And that brings me to the next point, or the next foundational principle, which is a higher authority. That means that both parties, or the two partners, are submitted to a higher authority. And if you're a Christian like myself, in this context, I am talking about God. Yes, because when two people have different opinions on certain matter, or slightly different opinions on certain matters, it then becomes a thing of whose opinion are we going to take, or who gets to decide this. And that is where the position of the higher authority takes. And in this case, I'm talking about God. So if you're a Christian like myself, I personally believe that both partners should have a higher authority. And in this case, the best person to be submitted to is God, because He is the one that instituted the marriage. So it means that when I say, okay, when I believe this is what is right, or my husband said this is what is right, we can then come together and say, okay, what exactly does God say, or what does the word of God say on this matter? What is the right thing to do? What would God do in this situation, or what would God have us do in this situation? Then I believe this makes it a lot easier for you two to come into a conclusion, not just come into a conclusion, but a good conclusion that benefits you and eventually pushes you forward, or it's for your benefit, it's for your progress, it's for your success in marriage and even in life. So in conclusion, if you're a single person who is watching this, you want to ask questions like, oh, I'm not just looking for someone who is educated, I'm not looking for someone who is handsome, I'm not looking for someone who is rich. You'll be asking more deeper questions like, is he a Christian? Is he a child of God? Is he a believer? Is he submitted to God? Does he reflect in his actions and his words and his choices? And if you're married too, this might be an opportunity to assess your marriage. Like, are you two working towards a common goal? Do you guys share common ground? Do you guys submit to a higher authority? And in this case, if you're a Christian and you're building a Christian marriage, I mean God. So you want to assess that. And in general, let me just know what you think, or what are other principles that you think that would make a marriage work, especially in the way that God has designed it to be. So if you love this video, please give it a like, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and put it in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this matter, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.